Oh, that is very loud. I don't know. あ、ちょっと待って。みんなおかえりかおかえりかー ENVtuber ゆりか主にゆりかです。よろしくお願いします。Hello everyone. It's a bit spoopy. I'm so scared. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, actually, let's get rid of this and make it as spoopy as possible. Where's my clock? My clock. And my chat. Chat. Wait. Where's the other tentacles? This is I haven't fully transformed yet. Or they could be somewhere else, who knows. Anyway, sorry for being late. I am running. I thought I scheduled it an hour later than I did, but I didn't. What is time? The usual. Whatever. あちゃかいか、シャイムのかいか、パドかいか、シュのかいか、ストバーかいか、オレンジかいか、イーゴルかいか、秋葉かいか。Welcome to the stream. Today we will be playing? Is that the right word? Apparently it's like a visual novel, I suppose. And we will be playing なんとか Dagon, whatever. I don't know. I literally don't know anything about Mr. Cthulhu, man. So here we are. Oh, am I meant to be playing with a controller? Does it matter? It probably doesn't matter. Dagon. Hi. So I don't know anything about the Cthulhu man, so this will all be new to me. So many. Oh wait, I do know. What was it? What's what's her name? I forgot. That's the only one. I can't remember where that's from. Chaos. I wanna chaos. That's probably from Lovecraft, right? Anyway, let's go. Dagon is a faithful interactive adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's work focused on story and atmosphere. You will not find difficult choices, action sequences, or inventory management here, and the movement is limited to progressing through locations along with the plot. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so this is don't expect any like real gameplay, I suppose. That if it's scary, well, to be honest, I chose this because I'm hoping it's not that scary, because I don't have to actually really play it on Halloween day. Then I will try. I will try to do that, but I don't like horror games. You love Kraft mac and cheese? I've never had it, so I wouldn't know. Mr. Eureka, welcome to the stream.
I'm writing this under an appreciable mental strain, since by tonight I shall be no more.
There's voice acting. Whoa. That's higher quality than I'd expected. Outlast? I don't know. During the game, you will encounter interactive elements. Some of them will allow you to continue your journey. Others reveal interesting facts about the original short story, its historical background, and the author. Some of the trivia is hidden. In order to find these secrets, focus your eyes and look for the elder sign. Is that the elder sign? Oh, wow, that's a lot of text. Is this Elder Ring? This is a lot different to what I expected it to be. As to letters, my case is peculiar. I write such things exactly as easily and as rapidly as I would utter the same topics in conversation. Indeed, epistolary expression is with me largely, replacing conversation as my condition of nervous prostration. Prostrate. Becomes more and more acute. I cannot bear to talk much now, and am becoming as silent as the spectator himself. My loquacity extends itself on paper. H.P. Lovecraft to Reinhard Kleiner, December 23rd, 1917. Elden Ring at home. Throughout his life, Lovecraft penned around 100,000 letters to his friends and fans, out of which about 10% survive to this day. But his tendency to endless correspondence was a relatively late growth. In youth, I scarcely did any letter writing. Thanking anybody for a present was so much of an ordeal that I would rather have written a 250-line pastoral or a 20-page treatise on the rings of Saturn. Selected letters, 1929 to 1931, H.P. Lovecraft. Lovecraft would often skip meals to afford postage. What? Collections of his correspondence have been published in various books, and selected letters can be found online. Some readers consider them his most important legacy. I see. This is... welcome to the stream. You always arrive in time for Shimoneta, but everything I talk about is literally Shimoneta. Okay, that was apparently an interesting fact about Lovecraft. He didn't like writing letters, and yeah. But that's just trivia. I don't think I really care that much. Should I care? Is that should I be caring? He didn't writing thank you letters. He would rather write whatever it was that he wanted. It is a mood. To be fair, he's basically like me. Like, he wouldn't reply if you DM him. There's a high chance that he wouldn't reply. Alright.
Penniless, and at the end of my supply of the drug which alone makes life endurable, I can bear the torture no longer, and shall cast myself from this garret window into the squalid street below.
What? You want to jump off the window because you're out of drugs?
Do not think from my slavery to morphine that I am a weakling.
Ah, it's morphine. It's morphine.
When you have read these hastily scrawled pages, you may guess, though never fully realize, why it is that I must have forgetfulness or death.
Lovecraft invented ghosting. Ooh, where's the Elden Ring? There's no Elden Ring here. There's no Elden Ring. Oh, there we go. What is that? Oh, there's a trivia. Oh wait, I turned it off. So how do I actually see it if I turn it off? Options, other, show trivia upon finding them. Okay. I mean, but then how do I see it now? Oh well, we missed one. Who cares? Wonder what morphine tastes like? You can still get morphine, just not in high enough doses that you get addicted to it, I suppose. There's a keybind for it. Is it T for trivia? No. I don't know what it is. Oh well, it's fine. It's probably not that important.
It was in one of the most open and least frequented parts of the broad Pacific that the packet of which I was supercargo fell a victim to the German Sea Raider.
Sea Raider? A German Sea Raider. Ooh, maybe that's a ship that we know. Is that Is that an Azerlane ship? Oh, here we go. Lovecraft and the Great War. Dagon was written around a month after the United States entered World War I. Lovecraft was... Wait, he's old! Dang! Dang! I didn't know he was that old. Lovecraft was actively interested in his course. He composed many poems in which he gave encouragement to soldiers and commented on the events unfolding in Europe. He tried to enlist in the army, which he mentions as one of the letters to Reinhard Kleiner. Wait, who is this guy? Who is Reinhard? Reinhard Kleiner. Some time ago, impressed by my entire uselessness in the world, I resolved to attempt enlistment despite my almost invalid condition. I argued that if I chose a regiment soon to depart for France, my sheer nervous force, which is not inconsiderable, might sustain me till a bullet or a piece of shrapnel could more conclusively and effectively dispose of me. Okay, fair enough. The Overwatch track. But even though he passed the physical exam, his mother prevented him from going to the war. She has threatened to go to any lengths, legal or otherwise, if I do not reveal all the ills which unfit me for the army. I am Providence, the life and times of... Okay. So he wanted to join the army. It doesn't really say why. He just wanted to join the army, and his mom was like, no. Why didn't he go to war? No, his mom was just like, no. 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 You're not allowed.
The Great
Oh
War
yeah, he
was
just
then
wanted
at its
to
very
die.
beginning, and the ocean forces of the Hun had not completely sunk to their later degradation. So that our vessel was made a legitimate prize, whilst we of her crew were treated with all the fairness and consideration due us as naval prisoners.
But why not? Well, he wanted to die, but his mom didn't want him to die, so, you know, it was a conflict of interest, I suppose. The Huns! Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Ha! The Huns were Central Asian nomads who established a dominion in Europe and invaded the Roman Empire in the 5th century AD. They were known as brutal, deadly warriors and masters of quick raids who also developed powerful composite bows, lassos, and early siege weapons. During World War I, the British used the word Hun as a synonym for Germans in order to emphasize their brutality. However, the term originated when the German Emperor Wilhelm II gave a speech to his troops on the 27th July 1900 before they embarked to China. Should you encounter the enemy, he will be defeated. No quarter will be given. Prisoners will not be taken. Whoever falls into your hands is forfeited. Just as 1,000 years ago, the Huns under their king Attila made a name for themselves. One that even today makes them seem mighty in history and legend. May the name German be affirmed by you in such a way in China that no Chinese will ever again dare to look cross-eyed at the German. Are they allowed to say that? The refusal to take prisoners was a clear breach of the laws and customs of war adopted during the First Hague Convention of 1899. Forfeited. Oh. Attila is a... Of course. I'm not surprised. I should learn all my history.
Indeed was the discipline of our captors that 5 days after we were taken, I managed to escape alone in a small boat with water and provisions for a good length of time.
Boat. I was gonna say I should learn all my history through FGO. We got a little boat! We got a little boat. Okay, is there no tips here? It's actually pretty. I didn't expect it to be this high quality.
When I finally found myself adrift and free, I had but little idea of my surroundings.
I'm on the boat! です。謝罪するからまたね、おやすみ。ほい。
Never a competent navigator, I could only guess vaguely by the sun and stars that I was somewhat south of the equator.
South of the equator.
Of the longitude, I knew nothing, and no island or coastline was in sight.
Is he just gonna die in the sea? What? Oh. Is that it? Is there nothing else? The moon! The bright side of the moon! Dying is the only tiny boat. Yeah, I know. It's not fun.
The weather kept fair, and for uncounted days I drifted aimlessly beneath the scorching sun, waiting either for some passing ship or to be cast on the shores of some habitable land.
Yeah, because you can't really drink the water either because it's like full of salt. So you literally just pretty much die of dehydration and hunger, which is obviously not fun. Not that I would know because I've never died of dehydration or hunger. But it just doesn't sound fun. How do I... Oh. This is all the water we have. Yeah, it will cause renal failure from all the salt. This is all the water we have. A tiny ass... I don't even know what that is.
But neither ship nor land appeared, and I began to despair in my solitude upon the heaving vastness of unbroken blue.
You can make a water drip thing to remove... I'm gonna move my chat because it's currently in a not good place to have it. You can make a water drip thing to remove some of the salt from the water, but it takes like... Yeah, and he probably also don't have the supplies for it. But okay, welcome to the stream. We are playing... this. We are playing Lovecraft. That's why I do... We're not playing Lovecraft. We're playing a Lovecraftian game. That's why I grew a tentacle. a singular tentacle. Yeah, you got 3 days max. He does have water. It's just not a lot.
The change happened whilst I slept.
The change?
Its details I shall never know. For my slumber, though troubled and dream-infested, was continuous.
I've read enough dojins to know where all this is going. Kya! Yamete! Yamete! Alright. Gonna get grabbed. Look at that. This one's just like moving so much.
When at last I awoke, it was to discover myself half sucked into a slimy expanse of hellish black mire, which extended about me in monotonous undulations as far as I could see.
There's a lot of words. They just look like normal squibs.
And in which my boat lay grounded some distance away.
But like bigger.
Though one might well imagine that my first sensation would be of wonder at so prodigious and unexpected a transformation of scenery, I was in reality more horrified than astonished. For there was in the air and in the rotting soil a sinister quality which chilled me to the very core.
What, the fact that there's like giant squibs?
The region was putrid with the carcasses of decaying fish and of other less describable things which I saw protruding from the nasty mud of the unending plain.
Oh, they're dying. No, that one's upside down. You can see his octopusy. Is that a giant shrimp? They're all dead. This guy's dying. I'm just watching him die. It's a giant... Well, you know what that is.
Perhaps I should not hope to convey in mere words the unutterable hideousness that can dwell in absolute silence and barren immensity. There was nothing within hearing and nothing in sight save a vast reach of black slime. Yet the very completeness of the stillness and the homogeneity of the landscape oppressed me with a nauseating fear.
It's an isopod. No. I wanna pick him up. Several Kaikawa considered Steve. He's sleeping.
The sun was blazing down from a sky which seemed to me almost black in its cloudless cruelty, as though reflecting the inky marsh beneath my feet.
I wanna give him a belly rub. Oh, there's an isopod trivia? Let's see. Dagon seems to be inspired by Fishhead, a short novel by Irvin S. Cobb about unnatural affinities between a hybrid idiot and the strange fish of an isolated lake. Supernatural horror in literature, H.P. Lovecraft. And Lovecraft's dream about a strange island emerging from the ocean and him crawling in the ooze that covered its surface. I dreamed that whole ridiculous crawl, the whole hideous crawl, and can yet feel the ooze sucking me down. Lovecraft's interest in the topic stemmed from his aversion to fish and sea smells. Oh, he doesn't like fish? I have hated fish and feared the sea and everything connected with it since I was 2 years old. How can you remember that? But I cannot recall. Do you guys remember anything from when you were 2 years old? I mean, I can because that's like now, but you know. But I cannot recall what earlier experience gave me such a profound and lasting aversion to the sea and seafood. Seafood is good! He didn't like penguins, but they're so cute. I love seafood. He's just built different. Is his name David? Oh, you mean the isopod? I thought you meant Lovecraft. Name's David. Oh, gross! That was the worst ASMR.
I realized that only one theory could explain my position.
Ugh! Never tried a penguin before? Yeah, me neither. But they eat a lot of fish, so they must taste like fish, right? Remember being thrown off a pony? You got thrown off a pony? Damn. I think if it... Okay, maybe if it's traumatic, you probably would remember, but...
Through some unprecedented volcanic upheaval, a portion of the ocean floor must have been thrown to the surface, exposing regions for which innumerable millions of years had lain hidden under unfathomable watery depths.
Eldritch ASMR. Oh, so Eldritch, the Yu-Gi-Oh! The Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards is based on this as well. Cutting the roof of my mouth. Yeah, it seems to be like a traumatic memory thing. It's either like it sticks with you or like you completely forget. Your brain just erases
the extent of the new land which had risen beneath me that I could not detect the faintest noise of the surging ocean, straining my ears as I might.
Look at that tentacle.
Nor were there any seafowl to prey upon the dead things.
There's so many dead things. Look, there's like a big sludge. Fish. This man just hates fish so much he kills them. I want to touch the black sludge.
I sat thinking or brooding in the boat, which lay upon its side and afforded a slight shade as the sun moved across the heavens.
Across the heavens! You're playing this at 1 a.m.? Yes, I am. はい神様から返しに来てくれてありがとう。今は ラブクラフトわかんない。Oh. Yeah, literally, he's just like, can't possibly. It's literally the sea, because to him, the sea is hell.
As the day progressed, the ground lost some of its stickiness and seemed likely to dry sufficiently for traveling purposes in a short time. That night I slept but little, and the next day I made for myself a pack containing food and water, preparatory to an overland journey in search of the vanished sea and possible rescue.
I don't know how he managed to sleep in that condition. There's no sleeping. How can you sleep here? With a giant tentacle. Where would you even sleep?
On the third morning, I found the soil dry enough to walk upon with ease.
Tentacle hugs back. What's that? This is a long thing.
The odor of the fish was maddening, but I was too much concerned with graver things to mind so slight an evil, and set out boldly for an unknown goal.
Man drank the weird ocean water. He's having delusions. Blah.
All day I forged steadily westward, guided by a faraway hummock which rose higher than any other elevation on the rolling desert.
Squish, squish. He's going mad. Same. Would you guys even try to survive if you were in this situation? It's a giant whale. I would simply go inside the giant whale.
That night, I encamped, and on the following day still travelled toward the hummock, though that object seemed scarcely nearer than when I had first espied it.
Though I suppose it's like, even if you die, even if you were like stranded in a boat or stranded here, you would die of the same thing. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you can try and eat all these things, but that would probably kill you as well. I don't know. The horrors of the ocean. The creator of the Cthulhu mythos and the fictional underwater city of Eureka was convinced that life could not exist at the bottom of the ocean because the water pressure would make it uninhabitable. You are wrong. Today we know that the darkest depths of the oceans are home to many peculiar organisms. The deepest dwelling fish we have discovered so far, the Mariana snailfish, can live about 8,000 meters? Oh! Below the ocean surface in never-ending darkness and at hellishly crushing pressures, hundreds of times stronger than those found at sea level. Upon glancing at the modern photos of deep-sea creatures such as the anglerfish, the fangtooth, or the viperfish, and their truly Lovecraftian characteristics, it's hard not to find some irony in this. Irony. How long is a meter? I don't know. Whatever that is in feet. Deep sea fish are pretty freaky, but we love them all the same. Squish, squish.
By the fourth evening, I attained the base of the mound, which turned out to be much higher than it had appeared from a distance.
Wait, did he actually go and walk all the way to the big sludge? Or is this like a mountain?
An intervening valley setting it out in sharper relief from the general surface.
Or is this a mountain or...
To ascend, I slept in the shadow of the hill.
Yeah, somehow he's still alive. Fish mud. How long did it take him to get here? He definitely didn't have that much water. Oh, this is just like a random hill.
I know not why my dreams were so wild that night. But ere the waning and fantastically gibbous moon had risen
Gibbous
far
moon.
above the eastern plain.
Very gibbous. I feel very gibbous today.
I was awake in a cold perspiration, determined to sleep no more.
Determined. Even if I tried, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
Such visions as I had experienced were too much for me to endure again. And in the glow of the moon, I saw how unwise I had been to travel by day.
Why? Because it's too hot?
Without the glare of the parching sun, my journey would have cost me less energy.
Yeah, but then it would be dark.
Indeed, I now felt quite able to perform the ascent which had deterred me at sunset. Picking up my pack, I started for the crest of the eminence.
But no, wait. Pick up the pack. Pick up the pack. My eminence.
I have said that the unbroken monotony of the rolling plain was a source of vague horror to me. But I think my horror was greater when I gained the summit of the mound and looked down the other side into an immeasurable pit or canyon.
Ooh.
Those black recesses the moon had not yet soared high enough to illumine. I felt myself on the edge of the world.
Edge of the world.
Peering over the rim into a fathomless chaos of eternal night.
Oh, it is just a hill. It's rocky.
Through my terror ran curious reminiscences of Paradise Lost.
This guy's been through a lot.
Hideous climb through the unfashioned realms of darkness. As the moon climbed higher in the sky, I began to see that the slopes of the valley were not quite so perpendicular as I had imagined.
Poor guy.
Ledges and outcroppings of rock afforded fairly easy footholds for a descent.
Oh, there's like sludge all over it.
Whilst after a drop of only a few hundred feet, the declivity became very gradual.
Lovecraft MC. Slip and slide for fun. Lovecraft MC is basically being like a Gundam MC but in a different universe.
Urged on by an impulse which I cannot definitely analyze, I scrambled with difficulty down the rocks and stood on the gentler slope beneath.
So basically, he went up and now down the hill.
Gazing into the Stygian deeps, where no light had yet penetrated.
And it's very dark.
All at once, my attention was captured by a vast and singular object on the opposite slope, which rose steeply about 100 yards ahead of me.
Gundam Lovecraft crossover. They should make like a Cthulhu Gundam.
An object that gleamed whitely in the newly bestowed rays of the ascending moon.
Ooh, what is that? Nani? Isn't that just Devil Gundam? Not quite.
It was merely a gigantic piece of stone, I soon assured myself.
It was literally it's just a big rock. It's just a big rock. Evangelion. Yeah, I was thinking more of like having tentacles and shit.
but I was conscious of a distinct impression that its contour and position were not altogether the work of nature. A closer scrutiny filled me with sensations I cannot express.
Obelisk? Obelisk the Tormentor? Kaiba's God card?
For despite its enormous magnitude and its position in an abyss which had yawned at the bottom of the sea since the world was young,
No, I haven't played that.
I perceived beyond a doubt that the strange object was a well-shaped monolith.
Monolith.
Whose massive bulk had known the workmanship and perhaps the worship of living and thinking creatures.
Big rock.
Dazed and frightened, yet not without a certain thrill of the scientist's or archaeologist's delight, I examined my surroundings more closely.
Scary. Obelisk. Oh, okay. I thought that was like a name for it.
Now near the zenith, shone weirdly and vividly above the towering steeps that hemmed in the chasm.
Whoa! What's that?
And revealed the fact that a far-flung body of water flowed at the bottom, winding out of sight in both directions and almost lapping my feet as I stood on the slope.
Water noises.
Across the chasm, the wavelets washed the base of the cyclopean monolith.
It's better than the sludge
On
noises.
whose surface I could now trace both inscriptions and crude sculptures.
We're gonna go. We're gonna touch
The
it.
writing was in a system of hieroglyphics unknown to me and unlike anything I'd ever seen in books.
We're gonna touch the big rock.
Consisting for the most part of conventionalized aquatic symbols such as fishes, eels, octopi, crustaceans,
Octopi.
mollusks, whales, and the like. Several characters obviously represented marine things which are unknown to the modern world.
Big squid, big octopus, spiky boy.
But whose decomposing forms I had observed on the ocean-risen plain. It was the pictorial carving, however, that did most to hold me spellbound.
Storytelling methods. Dagon contains many themes, and I've said Dagon like so many different times already. So, telling the story through carvings at the Mountains of Madness, journals and characters notes. Dagon story. Nurse drama が分かってるし Dagon. Islands emerging from the ocean, or fictional beings and deities based on real events and mythologies. It's also considered the origin of the popular Cthulhu mythos. Some of Lovecraft's other stories also conclude in a manner similar to Dagon. But let's skip the details. Okay, whatever.
Plainly visible across the intervening water on account of their enormous size were an array of bas-reliefs whose subjects would have excited the envy of a doré.
Are those mermaids?
I think that these things were supposed to depict men, at least a certain
Mermen! Mermen!
Creatures were shown disporting like fishes in the waters of some marine grotto,
This is just a little mermaid.
or paying homage at some monolithic shrine which appeared to be under the waves as well.
We're gonna go to Atlantis. Fictional? Oh, did he? Can you tell him? Tentacle merman? Seaman?
Of their faces and forms I dare not speak in detail, for the mere remembrance makes me grow faint.
The guy at the bottom looks a bit
Grotesque beyond
freaky.
the imagination of a Poe or a Bulwer. They were damnably human in general outline, despite webbed hands and feet, shockingly wide and flabby lips, glassy, bulging eyes, and other features less pleasant to recall.
Cthulhu.
Curiously enough, they seem to have been chiseled badly out of proportion with their scenic background. For one of the creatures was shown in the act of killing a whale, represented as but little larger than himself.
Holy shit! That's a big merman! It killed the
I
whale!
remarked, as I say, their grotesqueness and strange size, but in a moment decided that they were merely the imaginary gods of some primitive fishing or seafaring tribe.
The fisherman god.
Some tribe whose last descendant had perished eras before the first ancestor of the Piltdown or Neanderthal man was born.
We love fish.
Awestruck at this unexpected glimpse into a past beyond the conception of the most daring anthropologist,
It is like an album cover, right? A lot of like edgy bands use like Lovecraftian stuff as their motif.
I stood musing whilst the moon cast queer reflections on the silent channel before me.
Fish fear me and women want me. And men also fear me.
Then, suddenly, I saw it.
You saw it?
With only a slight churning to mark its rise to the surface, the thing slid into view above the dark waters.
It's moving! Ah! The light!
It darted like a stupendous monster of nightmares to the marlin, about which it flung its gigantic scaly arms, while it bowed its hideous head.
What's he
To
doing?
certain measured sounds.
That's not a merman. He has legs. Uh-oh. Are we passing
I
out?
think I went mad then.
I think you went mad ages ago, bro.
Of my frantic ascent of the slope and cliff, and of my delirious journey back to the stranded boat, I remember little.
Fish with legs. Is that the Dagon? Oh, everything's wavy. Is this what it's like when you're high? High of morphine.
I believe I sang a great deal and laughed oddly when I was unable to sing.
Why is he singing? Aaron Kelly, welcome to the show. The real guy was the dead, I suppose, along the way. Oh, is it?
Indistinct recollections of a great storm sometime after I reached the boat. At any rate, I know that I heard pearls of thunder and other tones which nature utters only in her wildest moods.
Oh, okay. Are we dead? Is that it? Have we been eaten by the... Oh,
When I came out of the
shit.
shadows, I was in a San Francisco hospital.
San Francisco?
Brought thither by the captain of the American ship which had picked up my boat in mid-ocean.
We were
In my
saved!
delirium, I had said much, but found that my words had been given scant attention.
They made a game based on... Apparently, it actually makes more sense than just doing a stream where you're reading the story, since it can be read in around 10 minutes. No, but this is actually surprising. I thought it wouldn't be this high quality, but look, it's really
Of
pretty.
any land upheaval in the Pacific, my rescuers knew nothing. Nor did I deem it necessary to insist upon a thing which I knew they could not believe.
Could not believe it. Ooh. Amateur journalism. He started publishing his own journal called The Conservative, which included political and social commentary, poetry, short stories, and literary criticism written by him and other authors. Howard was a skilled wordsmith, but he also took criticisms to heart, which resulted in his decision to step away from writing poetry and concentrate on weird fiction again, for the first time since his teenage years. Dagon. Oh, is his name Howard? I was like, who the fuck is Howard? Read creepypasta? I might do. Published in 1919, is one of the short stories written during that period. In this example excerpt from The Conservative, the master of horror fiction explains his attitude towards warfare and the idea of world peace. What any sane human being can believe in the possibility of universal peace is more than the conservative can fathom. Should the entire civilized world agree simultaneously to disarm, one or more nations would undoubtedly retain secret armaments, and at the proper time take advantage of their more altruistic and less astute contemporaries in a wild career of conquest against unarmed victims. No country is or ever can be above warfare, until the basic impulses of human animals shall have miraculously changed. Damn. Howard Phillip. Howard Phillip was a bit... War never changes.
Once I sought out a celebrated ethnologist.
What is it good for? Howard continued to stream. Hello. An ethnologist.
I amused him with peculiar questions regarding the ancient Philistine legend of Dagon, the fish god.
Oh, it's Dagon. Okay, I know how to say it now. Dagon. Oh, there he is. Dagon was a main deity of the Philistines, worshipped throughout the Middle East as the ancient god of fertility and crops. In Hebrew, the word Dagon was a common noun for grain. Dagon. This character's name is Howard. I don't think so. I think that's like, Lovecraft's name. The rulers of Akkad, Mesopotamia, chose him as the patron saint of their war conquest. He also appeared as the judge of the dead in an Assyrian poem and an underworld prison warder in one of the Babylonian texts. He is often mistakenly taken for a fish god due to the wrong interpretation of his name, as in Hebrew, the word dag means fish. In H.P. Lovecraft's work, Dagon is an underwater deity ruling over the deep ones, a humanoid race with fish traits that resides in the ocean. He is worshipped by a secret cult called the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Wait, isn't that spoilers? Are they allowed to say that? Ooh. Damn, how did I get in here?
But soon perceiving that he was hopelessly conventional, I did not press my inquiries.
Hopelessly conventional. Damn. Necronomid. Wait, what? August Derleth was an American writer and anthologist. He also befriended Lovecraft and published many of his works through his company, Arkham House. Although he greatly contributed to the popularization of the author's works after his death, he is surrounded by numerous controversies. One of his most questionable decisions involved introducing the good versus evil doctrine. Derleth was a devout Catholic, to the Cthulhu mythos, which contrasted with Lovecraft's view of the world and his approach to cosmic horror. As a result, the author's works are often misunderstood and misinterpreted in today's culture. Damn you! It's also worth noting that Lovecraft was never really interested in creating a mythology, and the term Cthulhu mythos was coined by Derleth after the author left the mortal plane. Dang! You just woke up in here? Cancel culture strike. This guy! The deep ones are also in shadow. Ah! It seems like a lot of his work is like linked together, right? There's more! Lovecraft's attempts to find a job in 1925 were influenced by advice he received from friends, among others. He started freelancing for a marketing magazine, where he would write announcements and commercials. Feel free to judge his copywriting skills for yourself. Oh my god, I don't want to read that. Curtis' woodwork embraces both the usual structural units and the cleverest contrivances of built-in or permanent furniture, such as bookcases, dressers, buffets, and cupboards. Every model was conceived and created with the purest art, ripest scholarship, and mellowest craftsmanship, which energetic enterprise can command, and made to conform rigidly to the architecture of each particular type of home. The cost, considering the quality, is amazingly low, and a trademark on the individual pieces prevents any substitution by careless contractors. This is like, congratulations or sorry that happened. TLDR, he just writes a lot of words. I don't know why that was included as a trivia. Well, anyway. How do we continue? Let's go. What time is it? These days, the word scientist is a widely accepted term, but at the time of Dagon was published, it was subject to a wide debate. After the author used it in the story, critics pointed out that man of science was a more appropriate term to employ. He admitted that if Dagon were to be reprinted, he would indeed use the phrase they suggested. Scientist was coined as an analog to artist, to be used when referring to those studying different branches of science. Yet, in the 19th century and early 20th century, scientific researchers in Great Britain, and the United States were of the opinion that man of science, resembling the term man of letters, was the only proper choice. Among other things, it was gender specific, indicating that science was an endeavor to be pursued by only one sex. The term sciences became more accepted only after World War II, and man of science only started fading into obscurity as an old-fashioned synonym. What? That's the place with the tea and the crumpets. Yes. Crumpets are good, man. They're basically like pancakes, but with little holes for like your butter. It increases the surface area. I'm something of a man of science myself.
It is at night, especially when the moon is gibbous and waning, that I see the thing.
Waning. The place where the gears are on the bottom. Yep. I only know man of letters from... I've never heard of man of letters. We're back!
I tried morphine.
Of course you did.
But the drug has given only transient surcease, and has drawn me into its clutches as a hopeless slave.
I see.
So now, I am to end it all, having written a full account for the information or the contemptuous amusement of my fellow men.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Time to die! Guess I'll die. Lovecraft hated tobacco, even though he used to smoke when he was 12 in order to look and feel like an adult. In his correspondence with friend Reinhard Kleiner, he claims that he quit as soon as he started wearing long pants. He also had a very strong opinion about alcohol, as evidenced by this letter to Zealia Brown, dated 13 February 1928. Ooh, just before Valentine's Day. Thanks for coming by. As for the matter of drinking, I have never tasted intoxicating liquor, and never intend to, having a strong aesthetic disgust at anything which blunts or coarsens a delicate natural equipoise. Man, this guy is annoying. The evolved human intellect and imagination. Drinking excited my personal repugnance. Hence I don't drink. Let the herd do what they will. I am rather in favor of prohibition. The prohibition of any one antisocial force as well as of any other. My god! Oh my god, how did he get a girlfriend? Is growing up wearing long pants? Yeah. Once you reach a certain age, you have to wear long pants. Hunter in the Dark was written by Lovecraft or a ghostwriter who had some beef with him. Shut Fair enough. He was kind of uptight. I'm not gonna be a sheep. I will not drink. I will not drink alcohol and be just like them. I am better and I am special. Stupid ass. Let's go.
Often, I ask myself if it could not all have been a pure phantasm.
You say how did you get a girlfriend, but the suffragettes were the ones pushing prohibition. Yeah. Well, I'm also asking how, you know. Yeah. He would have been a Redditor. He would be on like R, like anti-alcohol.
A mere freak of fever as I lay sun-stricken and raving in the open boat.
I say that because I literally...
Man of war.
I said that. And I don't know anything about Reddit. Like, I only go on Reddit when, you know, you Google, like, problems that you have, like, what you call it? Like, software or, like, PC problems. Like, Reddit seems to have it. John Alex, welcome to the stream. He'd be cancelled. Oh, yeah, definitely.
This I ask myself, but ever does there come before me a hideously vivid vision in reply.
Wait, how is he back on the boat again?
I cannot think of the deep sea without shuddering at the nameless things that may at this very moment be crawling and floundering on its slimy bed, worshipping their ancient stone idols and carving their own detestable likenesses on submarine obelisks of water-soaked granite.
If you don't add Reddit to a Google search nowadays, it's all ads and... Exactly! At least on Reddit, it's like actual people. That's why I like Yahoo Answers. I miss Yahoo Answers.
I dream of a day when they may rise above the billows to drag down into their reeking talons the remnants of puny, war-exhausted mankind.
Thalassophobia, I feel like... I don't know if you can read any Lovecraftian stuff.
Of a day when the land shall sink and the dark ocean shall ascend amidst universal pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Whoa! It's America! Oh! USA! USA!
The end is near.
The end is near.
I hear a noise at the door, as of some immense slippery body lumbering against it.
Clueless Wonder. Okay, welcome to the stream. In New York! Oh, look, he had a fear of winding up in a... Oh, really? He should definitely open the door. He even, like, he blocked it with his dresser.
Find me.
I think it has found you already, to be honest.
God, that hand.
That hand? What's that hand doing?
The window. The window.
The window! To the window! What's happening? Am I the only one who can see the freaky fish man? Oh, the window. Oh, okay. I actually have to go to the window. Okay. Ah! Wait, did he... Wait, what? Wait, did he just... Wait! Wait, wait. Wait, that's... What the fuck? Holy shit. We didn't even get to see the octopus guy. Oh shit. I expected to get scared. Yeah, I thought because the octopus man was gonna come out. But no, we just went out. We just jumped out of the window. Well, that was our plan in the first place anyway, so fair enough. Oh, we missed... Oh, it's DLC. Oh, this is DLC, but we missed quite a bit. I didn't think I did. Fear of unknown. That's how the short story ended. It implied that the narrator was going... Ah. Slow burn and psychological. Naruhodo. That was... Well, I've never read the story, but apparently this is quite faithful to the original? And if it is, that was pretty good. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to read the trivia stuff. I think that was a bit unnecessary. I don't know if I wanted to know anything about the Cthulhu man, but it's there. If you want to. I think it took away from the story a little bit, but it was just because it was like giant boxes of text. But other than that, pretty good. It's free on Steam. Yeah, basically it said that Lovecraft is basically, he would be an incel. Probably. He would be an incel, and he would be on Reddit every day being like, am I the asshole? He liked cats. You can't be a bad person to like cats. Trivia should have been something. I mean, yeah, because you could technically do that and turn it off. But yeah, the default is that you just see it. When I see Eureka screaming, I needed to play either Scorn or Outlast. On Halloween day, I will play a scary game. I don't think I have Outlast, but maybe I'll think about it. A lot of people have suggested Outlast. Is it scary? Wait, let me look it up. There's two. Do I need to play both of them? Amnesia? Which Amnesia? I will play the traditional horror. The first one is fine. High tension horror game. Oh! Layers of Fear. Oh wait, I have Layers of Fear. Okay, I'll have a look, but I don't want to play a horror game. That's why I haven't made any special, like, anything for Halloween, because I'm scared. But I'll have a look, and I will schedule some horror stuff this week. Maybe not this week. Halloween. I'll have a look, and you guys will see. Alien Isolation. See, I want to play some of these games, but also, aren't they like insanely long? Yeah, I don't want to play a horror game for too long. Minecraft Darkness version. Let's see, Amnesia, Soma. Five Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, I don't want to play a long horror game because I'll probably only play it like once a year. How long will we? Strange Men series. Oh, Slenderman. I'll have a look. Phasmo. Soma is depressing. I just saw it on Game Pass. One part every year. Okay, I'll take you guys suggestions and pick. I can't do all of them obviously, but I'll have a look. I'm scared. But we will figure it out. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for coming. And welcome to the stream. Yeah, just finishing up. Ultimate Haunted House. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Hi. Maybe like the story was good, and like the atmosphere and the what you call it, the game itself. I don't know who made this, but it was very good. But yeah, just the trivia. I recommend, if you haven't played or read this story before, just turn it off and then read it afterwards if you really want to. Observation duty. Okay. Alien isolation. Yeah, trivia was weird. Just because it was like giant blocks of text. Like, if you really want to read the trivia, just read it at the end. But anyway, thanks everyone for coming. I'll figure out the horror stream at some point. Yeah, I don't wanna play too many horror games because it's bad for my health. Hi, みんなバイバイまたねと See you Eureka. Don't let the fish man eat you.